Hey, everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to talk to you about what I did today, and my God, let me tell you, my whole cup is completely filled up, and I know everyone else's was also. I had the absolute freaking privilege today to speak to a whole entire room of entrepreneurs and business owners and founders and visionaries, passionate, creative, inspired people, and teach them about funnels. Oh, y'all. When I tell you this is one of my abso-freaking-lutely favorite things to talk about, I'm not joking. I geek out about this. So, if you know me, if you don't, I'm a business strategist, I'm a coach, I'm a speaker. I've been an entrepreneur literally my whole entire life, okay? And I love what I do, but I love the vision, right? And whenever you have a vision, you want to scale it, right? And for me, I'm on track to build a Coca-Cola sized brand, right? I'm going for massive impact and influence, just like most of the people in my world, right? If you're trying to build a side hustle and whatever, awesome, cool, we can definitely do that. But for me, I'm going bigger, and most of the people in my space are as well. And the best way to go bigger is to do funnels. And that's why I'm so passionate about talking about it, because over the years I've invested with so many different coaches, some of the best in the industry. I've worked with Russell Brunson and attended a lot of his workshops. I've studied from Grant Cardone. I've studied from Amy Sangster and Natalie Ellis and Danielle Canty and James Wedmore and so many of the powerhouse people. And the common denominator with almost all of them is a funnel. And it's kind of the thing that people don't talk about, right? We have the top of the funnel, and then we have the middle part, and then there's the money coming out the bottom, right? But there's this whole middle section that people just don't talk about. And I'm here to expose it. I'm here to expose it and teach you about it too. And if you don't know anything about it, I'm the one who can teach you. Or if you're like, bitch, I don't want to do this, I can also set it up and do it for you. So I kind of just want to share a little bit about what the experience was. And I'm itchy. I'm itchy. I want to share a little bit more about what the experience was, what I did, and kind of talk to y'all about it and kind of give you the same little spiel here. So, number one, I have this incredible hot list called Sexy Fucking Funnels Hot List, okay? This is a list of terms that you absolutely need to know when you're building a funnel, because it gets very jargony and very industry-y. And if you're just starting out and you're trying to learn, it's very overwhelming, okay? So that's number one there. Okay, so let's get into this, okay? Whenever you are building funnels, right, I want to paint you a picture. Okay, if you meet someone at a networking event and y'all are vibing, right? You are vibing so freaking hard. You really like this person, and you give them your business card, and then you leave. You're like, oh, I can't wait to talk to them, and you realize you didn't get their business card. What if you forgot their name? What if you actually forgot their name? Seriously, you now have a problem, because they have your information, and now it's solely dependent on them to reach out to you. So that's exactly what's happening with your online presence whenever you are posting or doing an ad or something like that, and you are not doing anything to recover people's information, right? It is quite literally showing up and hoping people take the next step when you don't have a funnel, right? You are handing out a digital business card with literally no follow-up plan. So funnels help you capture attention, they help you nurture the relationship and actually convert later down the road. Okay, it's really the difference between someone knowing who you are and then handing you their credit card, right? That's totally the difference. So some of you might know what a funnel is, but you also might not be able to confidently explain it to your mom or barista or maybe a stranger at the airport, right? So I'm here to change that. Okay, funnels get talked about a lot, but they're not really explained in depth. So I'm here to kind of define it. All right, a funnel is basically the vehicle that takes strangers and turns them into buyers, right? They hop in as strangers, and then they go down this little journey, and then now they are potentially buyers, right? It is how someone goes from, I just found you on Instagram, to take my money, bitch, take my money, right? It's the digital path that builds connection, trust, and conversion, and every single step of it matters. So, do we want to get into a demonstration? I think we should. I think we should do a demonstration. So, beep. Let's do it, okay? Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so whenever you have a typical funnel, right? Can you see it up here? Yeah, perfect. You have the triangle here. You have a lead that comes in here. There's this messy middle, and then money, right? Okay, so up here is attention. And then we have nurture. And then we have conversion. Okay? So think of some ways in your mind, or some ways that you know that people can get, that you get people's attention, right? So this could be like content, maybe. Ads. Freebies. Okay? Right. And then the nurture sequence will be like emails, DMs, text, and then just content and general value and value. And then obviously the bottom conversion is the actual sale. Right? So it's the money. So hopefully you can kind of see that. Okay. So this is cute, right? This is cute, but this is not the whole story, okay? We're going to go like this, and I'm going to show you what it actually entails, okay? I'm also going to link the hot list below. So if I ever say a term, you're like, bitch, I don't know what that means. Now you do, okay? Download the hot list for free, no cost, whatever. Download it, and then it's going to give you a bunch of terms so that you can learn it, bookmark it, save it, and refer to it later. Okay. So, again, this is what everybody shows you, but it's very oversimplified. It's cute. So what we're actually going to talk about is what really, really happens, right? So you have traffic, right? So that's the whole point, right? The ad, you have traffic in order to get attention, right? And your traffic is going to lead to an opt-in page, which will then lead to a thank you page. Okay, and your opt-in is a landing page, so it's specifically here just to capture information. The difference between a landing page and a sales page is a landing page is specifically to collect information. It is typically a free thing, and then whenever you have a sales page, it is selling a paid product. With a landing page, it's very simplified. There's typically not a menu, there's not a logo, there's not a header. It's usually like maybe one sentence on the top, maybe a video or a picture, and then like a buy now or an opt-in button, right? Like join now for free or download my PDF, right? But on a sales page, it's longer form. It's selling maybe a product or a service or a something to where you need to evoke some emotion, talk about some transformation. It's storytelling, it's longer. You have to show them that you know where they are now, what they're experiencing, and what they can experience after they've bought into the thing, right? So those are the differences between a landing page and a sales page. Okay, we're just rolling right through this, aren't we? So again, this is the situation, and this is typically where it can stop. But once they get here on this thanks page, one of two things can happen. We're gonna write thank you here. So one of two things, again, can happen. One, they could go and be like, okay, perfect. Thank you so much for opting in. I'm going to send a little confirmation, and then that freebie is going to be in your inbox. Right, so thanks. It's going to lead to an email. But there's another option where they could do a thanks, and it leads to an upsell. And this is the idea of like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for giving me your information for this free thing. Now I see that you bought into my AI guide. Would you like to buy this AI guide bundle? Inside of it, you get 3 additional AI ebooks that are going to teach you how to train your AI bot, be authentic with AI, and integrate it into your social media marketing, right? Click here and buy them now for $19.99. Regularly, these would retail for $79.99. Like, that's an incredible deal. Click now, buy now, one-time offer only. Right? That is an upsell. Okay? So, now from the upsell, there's another 2 things that can happen. And you'd be like, yes, I absolutely want it. So let's say yes. It could maybe lead to one more upsell. Because they're like, wow, you've got your credit card out. Why don't you just add on this other thing? Maybe upgrade to a one-on-one coaching session, right? For only $150 when I typically charge $7.99, right? Again, irresistible offer, upsell, right? And then typically they exit right here. But like, what if they don't? What if they say no? The upsell, this is a yes. And then what if there was a no? Then there'll be a downsell. And then if they don't want the downsell, they could then exit and be done. Okay, so this is kind of really what it looks like, and it's just so freaking cool. But then here, once you have your thanks and your emails and all of that good stuff, all of this goes to fill out this messy middle here. You see how we just filled in this whole thing? Now what's so cool is once they've gone through this, this is going to turn into an email sequence. Maybe text, whatever you want. Okay, and now we have actually gone through and built a full entire funnel. Okay, so I've touched on everything. Then this email sequence is going to lead to an offer after some time, right? So now we've filled out the middle part right here, this messy middle, and now we've gotten to the offer, which is now this money piece right here. How stinking cool is that? Like, I freaking love this. I hope you followed this. I don't know that you can read it really at all, but I will stand back so you can look at it here. Okay, this is very, very key. So, we gotta talk about how they get into all this stuff. What all this happens, right? This is the actual funnel. This is what can happen. This is freaking great, but Mackenzie, how am I actually bringing them into this, right? Well, you're bringing them into it with something called a lead magnet. So this is something that's essentially, you can think about it as a fishing pole, bait in a pond. Okay, so your lead magnet is the bait that goes on your hook. Okay, your lead magnet is a thing that is so good that all the little fishies, all your ideal clients will absolutely cannot resist, and they have to have it. So then they're going to opt into your lead magnet. Sometimes this is a video, sometimes maybe it's a script or a swipe file or a cheat sheet or an audio or an ebook or something like that, okay? So now we have your lead magnet. Oh, this is so wet. This is so wet. Let's write this one more time. Okay. Sort of better. Alright. We have your lead magnet. Okay. This is what they're going to be opting into. So this can be like a comment script, and I'll send you the guide, whatever. So your lead magnets are important because these are the things that are solving a very specific problem for them. So lead magnets, they need to be very concise. They need to provide quick wins for your clients, and they need to provide a specific result and showcase that you understand where they are in their journey. Okay, so they need to be specific, digestible, valuable, and aligned with what you offer. Like if I'm teaching you how to do all this and I'm like, click below to get my sourdough guide, completely irrelevant, right? Does not make sense. Though it might convert people, it is not going to bring in people that are going to buy my like business stuff, right? Because it might attract bakers who might have businesses, but generally that's not an aligned offer, right? So again, examples of a lead magnet could be like a checklist, a cheat sheet, a video, a quiz, swipe files, all that stuff. Okay, and these are the things that you get that get people in your world. And the whole point of all the stuff that we were talking about was to increase traffic and get attention. But all of this is to expand your awareness and expand your brand awareness of who you are, what you do, what you sell, and how you help. That's the whole freaking point, right? Because we're all here to build big businesses. Okay, so now let's talk about after they opted into your lead magnet. Okay, again, if you do not get your lead magnet right, you will not get conversion. So this is very, very key to sit and think about what is something that they absolutely need, okay? And then once you get them into your funnel, we're going to talk about the things that you can send them in an actual email. Okay, so let's get into it again. So you're going to send 5 types of emails. 1 is the delivery. You have to give them the thing. You literally need to send them the thing. Okay, 2, 4 hours later, you're going to do an about me, about email. So this is not the point, to be modest, right? These are strangers online that are coming to you. So you have got to teach them and educate them on who you are, what you do, and why you are the best at what you do, right? So for me, I would tell them that I built and scaled an international wedding company. I got my products in 47 retailers around the world. I have a registered trademark. I sold on Amazon. I've done tons of collaborations with businesses all over the world, right? That would be something that'd be like, oh, homegirl knows what she's talking about. I should probably listen to her, right? This is building credibility right here. Because, again, people on the internet do not know you. Okay, so you have got to reinforce that authority with that confidence, okay? Number 3. 24 hours later, we're going to send an integration email. I love this because it's a way that you're going to give additional value to here, plus to the thing that they opted into, right? Plus, it's going to give you an additional chance to give them exposure to the thing. So, hey, I saw you downloaded my AI guide. If you missed it or lost it, click here to get it and review again. But I know from past experiences, you might be feeling XYZ or you might be struggling with XYZ. So this is how you can fix it. Or here's a quick little 2-minute video that's going to explain blah, 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 blah. So it's another way for you to provide value, show that you understand what they're going through, maybe solve an additional problem for them, or have the foresight to solve a problem that they might have, maybe that they didn't know, and then go through all of the thing, right, and continue going. So you're reinforcing that. Number 4 is a services email. So this is very, very basic. This is quite literally bullet points. I'm Mackenzie Morris. I'm a business coach and strategist. You can work with me through a work day, a mini mind, a mastermind, a private VIP day, or work with me one-on-one or my membership, right? Boom, 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 bullets. Maybe briefly explain what it is you do in each of those offers, but very high level, right? This is for the analytical information detailed buyer, okay? Number 5 is offers and testimonials. Mainly testimonials, okay? So mainly testimonials here. And you're going to do this with a story or with something that's going to showcase a transformation. So for me, it could be a client story about one of my clients went from $2,500 to $8,200 in just 20 days after working with me, right? I've enhanced her strategy that much. And that's like, oh my God, I want those results. It's going to further reinforce that authority, right? I'm trying to kind of hurry up because my light keeps dying and this doesn't look great, but that's okay. We're moving through it. This is life. I'm new to YouTube, but this training is very, very valuable. So do not sleep on it. Okay. Do not sleep on it. Let's see if I can turn a little light on. When I tell you everything everywhere is breaking all around me, it's just wild. So anyway, all of this. Now, Mackenzie, this is so cool. But how do we actually do this? Like, where do we set this up? You're going to do this in an email automation platform or a CRM. Okay, a lot of CRMs have this type of thing set up. I personally love Honeybook and Flowdesk, but those are my personal preferences, okay? Go High Level is great. ClickFunnels is awesome. There's a bunch of different ones you can choose. Below, I will link some discount codes for you guys. And then if you need any help, I host mini minds that teach people how to build funnels on their own. So essentially it's 2 weeks, 2 live calls, and then a Telegram group where you can go through and build your lead magnets. We're going to set up your email platform. We're going to set up your lead magnet. We're going to write all of your emails, and we're going to launch your funnel all in 2 weeks. So if you've procrastinated on this, this is the thing to be in, okay? I will help you do it all. This is so sexy. It will not be as complicated as this. So we are going to get you up on the ground running. But once you learn this, this is a fundamental skill. Okay, you can then go and evolve it, make it more complicated with the upsells, downsells, all of that good stuff, really build out your value ladder. But right now we're starting basics, okay? So if you want in the mini mind, I will drop a link below and see if it's open at that point. And if not, you can DM me if you are interested in joining, and I can let you know when the next one is. But either way, I hope you found some value from this video. If you did, please like and share, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the video, and all of the things. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or the chat, and I am happy to answer. Bye.